safe. Let's begin by stretching slowly.
Good evening. The lead headlines today are these.
Come on, Dad, let's go.
Our first night in our new house.
And dinner is served.
West Michigan Public Television proudly presents a July 4th gala. Live from Bicentennial Park in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Tonight's program celebrates Independence Day with a festival of patriotic music featuring Colonel Eugene Allen conducting the United States Army Band and Chorus. And now your Master of Ceremonies, Gary Bazner.
Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to Bicentennial Park in Grand Rapids, Michigan, for an evening of music and fireworks. I'm Gary Bazner, and I'd like to welcome the additional public television stations who are now joining our 4th of July gala broadcast. You know, our country over the years has always enjoyed entertainment, even before the days of radio and television. Did anybody remember that out there, huh? We had traveling shows, circuses, which crisscrossed our nation, bringing music and certainly laughter. An example of this was the old Honey Boys and Evans Minstrel Show. Eddie Cupero was for many years their trumpet soloist and band leader. He wrote for that show this March, Honey Boys on Parade. And now, Colonel Eugene Allen conducting the United States Army Band. You know, in recent years, our country has had a renaissance of sorts, kind of turning back to patriotic music, really turning more and more to this country's great wealth of that kind of music. Now, this next work was written by a young American composer, and he's a Michigan native. His name is Gary Bazner. and it's entitled Variations of a Patriotic Theme. A theme I think you're going to recognize when we get into this. A little bit of Yankee Doodle. You know, I'm sure you'll agree with me that the U.S. Army Band has many talented people in its ranks, and each one of them certainly would be a very capable and talented soloist. Well, the band features some of its finest now, with some of the popular music of the 40s. Now, you'll hear first a salute to the Swing Kings. Benny Goodman, Artie Shaw, and Woody Herman, performed by the concert master and clarinet soloist, Master Sergeant Walter Taylor. Then Master Sergeant Michael Barber will perform a traditional Army bugle, or on an Army bugle, Red Nichols' Bugler's Lament. The entire saxophone section will perform a salute to Major Glenn Miller, of course, who was in the United States Army Air Corps. You'll hear String of Pearls and In the Mood. And then you're going to have to wait for this one, folks. You're not going to believe this. Sergeant Major Jeff Arwood will perform on a tuba a solo of Tico Tico. Seriously. Master Sergeant Norman Brentley then performs Pay the Piper on flute, and finally, the Dixieland Combo gives us When the Saints Go Marching In. Ladies and gentlemen, a top 1940s pop showcase. my goodness! Woo! Come on. Yeah, absolutely. Let's hear it for them. The United States Army Band and Colonel Eugene was the traditional dance from the Jewish wedding, the chasana. Did I say it right? That was written, of course, by Jacques Press.
Right over my head.
Followed by a visit from Hazel. Thursday, Dudley Do-Right is back, followed...
And happy 4th of July from us in Grand Rapids and the United States Army Band. Coming on stage next are the men of the United States Army Chorus, who comprise the vocal counterpart of the United States Army Band. They perform for us first the songs of two of America's great airborne divisions, the 82nd and the 101st, the American Soldier and the Screaming Eagles. Thank you, sir. You know, not just in New York City, at least the New York City Harbor, but across the nation and around the world, we are this week both rededicating and celebrating the 100th birthday of the Lady of the Harbor, of course, the Statue of Liberty. In a musical salute to this great American symbol, which has meant so much to so many, the United States Army Band and Chorus, and again, Sergeant Major Bill Fox, perform a narrated medley of patriotic selections, beginning with the words of America's poet laureate, Walt Whitman.
I hear America singing, the very carols I hear, those of the mechanics, each one singing his as it should be, blithe and strong. The carpenter singing his as he measures his plank or beam. The mason singing his as he makes ready for work or leaves off work. The boatman singing what belongs to him in his boat. The deckhand singing on the steamboat deck. The shoemaker singing as he sits at his bench. The hatter singing as he stands. The woodcutter's song. The plowboys who sway in the morning or at noon intermission or at sundown. The delicious singing of the young wife or the mother at work or the girl sewing or washing. Each singing what belongs to him or her and to none else. Yes, Walt Whitman could say, I hear America singing. Each American singing his very own song. But are they really different songs? I like to think they're just different variations on a single basic theme. I hear America singing, over 200 million of us. And what are we saying in that song? Listen. Land of my birth is is my country. But that isn't the whole story. This can be my country for me, only in as far as I'll let it be your country for you. This is my country, but it belongs to the folks next door, the family doctor. Yes, don't forget a man named George M. Cohan. Over 80 years ago, he wrote a song for a show about an American named Johnny Jones. Johnny said, "This is my country," like this.
I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy, a Yankee Doodle Do-a-die, a real live nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. I got a Yankee Doodle sweetheart, she's my Yankee Doodle joy. Yankee Doodle went to London just to ride a pony, I am a Yankee Doodle boy. Sweetheart, she's my Yankee Doodle joy. Yankee Doodle went to London just to ride a pony. I am a Yankee Doodle boy.
Another Cohan show about George Washington Jr. had this to say.
You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true for the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. But should all the claimants be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. Every heart beats true for the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. But should all the claimants be forgot, keep your eye on that grand old flag.
I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. Mr. Irving Berlin has a word. This is our country. O'Malley, Kaczynski, Porter, Georgie, Washington, Osaki, Swanson, Lee. E pluribus unum, one from many. That's the clue. America is great because of me and you, and because Emma Lazarus wrote a poem that expressed the American spirit truly enough for it to be inscribed on the face of the Statue of Liberty. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these that homeless tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside thy